done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition, bone face?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, bro. I need a PS5.
My nigga.
I feel like homie head should be normal. I have friends that I'll just go over to their house because I want to show off a little bit, and then on the way out, I'll dap them up and act like nothing happened, and we'll just talk like we're homies, because we are.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
You know what I love to see? I love to see when the ex leaves and does everything that I asked them to do for somebody else. That just makes me know that I wasn't the issue. It was you. And you realized you was the issue, but you was so goddamn prideful on changing your ways. You rather had changed your partner and then try to be better for them. That's cool. Listen, God works in mysterious ways, and maybe that was a blessing for me. Maybe that's a blessing for them. However, it brings me peace to know that I was right.
What kind of shit is that?
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not. No.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
He ain't lying.
Oh, okay. Now I hear myself all the way. Okay, man. You're a lifesaver, bro. You're a lifesaver. So I've been sitting out here talking all this shit for no reason. Oh my God. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I almost didn't come on tonight because I worked all day today. But yeah, there ain't gonna be no echo no more. I did work all day today, and I really wasn't even gonna put this together, but I meant to do this last night. So I guess I got to put in some double overtime because this is my job too. Now back to what I was saying. Well, in that case, I might as well just go ahead and start from the beginning all over. What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Now, shout out to JJ Diesel Cowboy Traveler 79 Smith. He made sure that my audio is correct. So now we can kick this thing off. Now, of course, from y'all see from the topic of the videos, Nia Long's mom allowed grown men at 15 to date her, and Lil Scrappy votes for Kamala only because she's black. Really? That's crazy. Because last time I checked, her people was all Indian.
Wow, the land of make-believe.
Truth be told, it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sisters want the title. They want to be like, I have to be honest with you. It's women as well. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. Black women, they just want to vote for Kamala just so they can have the title. They don't even care about the job. They don't care about the policies. They don't care about what's really being voted on, other than killing your own baby and having the bragging rights that a black woman was finally president. And I hate to say this, but if Kamala does become president, yo, the black community is done for. Because I have to be honest with you, the black community is already done for. There is no black community. For in order to have a community, you have to have strong men and strong women under them taking care of the kids. We don't have community. With that being said, if Kamala wins this presidency, black women, their egos are already overinflated. Their egos are going to inflate even more. So, black men, if Kamala becomes president, if she becomes president, y'all just might as well just get your money up and go get you a white woman, get you an Asian woman, get you an Arab woman, get your passport, get you a Korean woman, get you a Filipino woman, because sisters ain't gonna come off their high horse after that, whether they rob the election or not. Now, JJ Diesel, Cowboy Traveler 79 Smith says, "Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. That's crazy. It is crazy." Now, like I said, I have nothing against with Kamala because she's a woman or because she's claims to be black. I have a problem with the fact that she's a terrible politician. She's a screwed up prosecutor, and she doesn't have your best interest in mind. She locked up a single mother because the daughter had cancer and was in the hospital for a few days, and Kamala still threw her in jail. I don't trust Kamala as far as I could throw her, straight up.
I don't. Holy Jesus! What kind of shit is that?
Now, with that being said, let's go to this real Scrappy situation. Okay, little Scrappy, he wants to speak on politics. Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Check this out, y'all.
Because mom do me when I come do them podcasts, you know what I'm saying? Like, say what you want me to say. You know what I'm saying? Unless you see me go to the left and start doing a little too much, that ain't God. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, if I keep it solid, that's God. It's all God.
Amen. Man, what the politics looking like in the city, man? How everybody feeling about this Trump and this
How you say? Because mama gonna get on the name for pronouncing the name.
Kamala.
Kamala. Did y'all just hear that? I'm gonna run that back. I don't know if y'all caught that, but I'm gonna run that back. This grown man, whoever's interviewing him, said Donald Trump and couldn't even say Kamala Harris's name, bro. Are you fucking serious, bro?
What kind of shit is that?
And I had to ask Scrappy how to say her name, because if he said it wrong, his mama was gonna get on him.
Emotional damage.
Black man, y'all too scared of your damn mama, man. Grow a pair of balls, bro. Fuck what your mama gotta say. You can love your mama. You look, you can love your mama. My mama know I love her, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What she got to say, when it comes to my own opinion. Sure, I'm gonna respect my meaning of my mama's opinion because she's my mother. I love my mother. But I ain't gonna let what my mama say dictate me. Whatever my mama felt never dictated me ever in my life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't want to do anything crazy, saying no crazy shoplifting or nothing, or do no heinous crime, because of course, you know, you do have to save face for your family, and you know, you do want to represent for your family. But as far as voting how they want to vote, fuck that. And my mama like Kamala Harris. That's who she like. But because that's who she like, doesn't mean that's who I'm gonna vote for. And she know that I like Donald Trump. She know I like Donald Trump. Now, with that being said, let's go to Lil Scrappy.
I look at it like this, man. Like, we always gonna have the choice of two evils, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to politics, not even blaming it on the people, the actual person. It's just like the people behind the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know for a fact that the president is just the face of the government.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just the face of the government. Like, they might do little certain things and go talk. They're the face, so they go talk to different people around the country. I mean, in other countries, you know, lock in. So they just the face. So everybody just voting on the face right now. You know what I'm saying? Voting on the fact that if you are, this is how I feel. This is how a lot of black people feel.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. It doesn't matter how black people feel. It's about what black people know. See, the problem is that I think most black people know this does not pass the smell test, but they don't want to look like a sellout. They don't want to show that they're selling out. But let's just be real. Black people know damn well she ain't black. Just because she represents, just because she says she's black, y'all just want to ride for her. It's like, see, y'all can crucify Rachel Dolezal for claiming that she's black just because she's running the NAACP. But then y'all got this fake black woman running for president, and y'all don't call her out. Shit crazy. Shit crazy. Now, JJ Diesel Cowboy says, may I talk to you on a panel? I'm not voting for Kamala Harris. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't really trying to make this panel show tonight, only because, man, I need to get some sleep tonight, bro. I'm trying to get through this real quick. Now, if you want to get on for like a couple minutes, like, I had to put a time limit on it, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't mind, because we just trying to chill in and talking shit tonight. But I ain't gonna lie, your boy is a little overwhelmed. But if you don't mind getting on, you know, but it'll only be for a couple minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to be honest with you, I don't have much time to even put together this episode, much less have a whole panel discussion. But, you know what I'm saying? You know what? After I go over this little Scrappy situation, I will bring you on for a couple minutes, and, you know, you could kind of, you know, spit your game to the righteous sphere, and then we had to move on to Nia Long. But don't worry, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna circle the block on you. I got you, G. Now, XL Pro says like, share, and subscribe. Cash App, $ Cali West Cali West 1. Salute to the righteous sphere. XL Pro says his mama was a female pimp. He should be silent. Facts. Isn't her name Mama D? Like, she all masculine ass woman. Like, everybody, all the sisters like Mama D. They like seeing a woman in her masculine. Now, JJ Diesel says, I just want to say I'm not voting for Kamala Harris. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Well, you sure you don't want to add a little more input for that? Like I said, I'll give you a chance to kind of come on in a bit, bro. You feel me? Yeah, I'm saying, because I'm sure you got a little bit more than just say that you don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. To be honest with you, I don't think anyone who watches my channel is going to vote for Kamala Harris. So I'm sure you got a little bit more to add on. Now, XL Pro says, yup, Mama D. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, hey, I'm sure, look, Mama D look like she done a little bit of crack, bro. He said, salute fam at XL Pro. Yeah. But let's go back to the topic at hand. Now, Lil Scrappy is saying is a little bullshit. Here we go.
A lot of other black people feel differently, and I don't know where these black people come from. You feel me? Mm. But this is where I come from. I come from the fact that if there's a man, if you got kids in this world, if you got family in this world, like teenagers, kids that are growing up, that's your niece, nephews, cousins, relatives, friends of yours, kids, your kids, any grown men, whatever.
Damn.
If you vote for Trump, you vote for your race to get annihilated. Like he already ready to give police total immunity. You know what I'm saying? To take us out. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not going around killing white people.
Right.
When they see white people, they are comfortable.
Bruh.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Yo. You know what? JJ Diesel, I'm gonna drop the link. Because you know what? I want somebody else to chime in on this. I'm gonna drop the link. Now, with that being said, did you hear what he said? He said Donald Trump is gonna basically give the green light so he can just kill you niggas. Bruh, that's not true. Donald Trump did say that he wants to give police immunity. What he's referring to, and maybe I'm taking it out of context, he's basically saying that he's going to put it in the state's hand to basically handle any cases. Because here's the thing: there's no way that Donald Trump can make cops not ever go to prison. The state and the city and the state municipality is supposed to convict shady cops. Now, JJ Diesel, Cowboy Traveler Smith came on. Yo, what do you think about what this young man, Lil Scrappy, had to say about 45?
You have to replay that, but let me say this first. I just wanted to mainly say I'm not voting for Kamala Harris, and why? It's serious. A lot of people.
Elaborate a little bit there. Why you ain't voting for Kamala?
All right, thank you for letting me talk. It's an honor to be on your show, brother.
Oh yeah,
man. You know, she's already VP in the current administration. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't proving to care about the citizens here. Well, that makes three reasons. They letting these foreigners come up and look at Aurora, Colorado. Look at all these sanctuary cities, all that mess. Okay. Now, the second thing is, the original 2 points is coming up.
Right.
They said,
okay.
I'm about to say, I've heard talk about that if she get in office, it's going to be a civil war. Well, don't you know if it's going to be a civil war here, and this country is in debt to all these other countries in so many different ways and stuff, from war and tearing, and they trying to rebuild and all that, instead of taking care of their own people, and the other countries are looking at all that kind of stuff, how they treat their own citizens over here. It's likely to be a world war because they're going to turn on them. Right. NATO, it's prophesied that even NATO is going to turn on them. It's prophesied that Iran is going to retaliate against Israel, and she's likely to provoke World War III, which is secular. Armageddon is biblical, but it's the same war.
Right. It's still wavelength, same timeline. It all intersects, definitely. And I like to add to that too, because here's the thing. Let's just be real. A lot of these conflicts have been extended ever since we've been in the Biden administration. When the Biden administration took through, Russia decided that they were going to go and attack Ukraine. Now, of course, there's the whole Israel situation that's going on now. And then let's not even forget that China is looking at Taiwan and is going to their own waters and stuff like that. And it's like basically like impeding into their own like territory. flexing their power. So yeah, it could pop off at any time, like anytime. Now, with that being said, at the end of the day, Kamala is already the voter czar, and she's already screwing up the country already, as far as letting in illegal immigrants who are, armed and criminals. So, right. So how is it that we have a woman who proud of being a prosecutor, but then she's letting criminals into the country who are undocumented?
And I'm glad you brought that up. That brings up another point, man. She locked this woman up because her child was sick. Didn't have a choice but to miss school, and she locked the woman up. And she wouldn't have to get back in.
Right. Right. No, keep on talking. Tell us about the lady who got arrested.
I'm just saying that those are details that I have for as I know. This woman, a single mom, black woman, and her child was sickly and had to miss school. But that woman still had to suffer the same fate as black men.
Yo, you talk about this woman right here? Are you talking about this woman right here? Look, check this out.
Might be.
I intend to fight for Black Lives Matters. I intend to fight.
If Black Lives matter to her, why didn't I matter?
I don't agree what Kamala Harris did to my mom, and I don't agree with what she's done to other parents as well.
My message to all Americans, especially Black Americans, do not trust Kamala Harris.
I'm so proud of you right now, because you walked all the way down here and I wasn't expecting you to walk.
My daughter, Shayla, suffers from sickle cell anemia, a chronic, painful genetic disease.
Wow. I don't know if you know who Havoc is from Mobb Deep, or was it Prodigy? But one of them had sickle cell anemia. Matter of fact, I think one of them passed away. I think Havoc or Prodigy died. One of them passed away from it. But yo, that's the lady you talk about, right?
I think so. She fit the description of what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's her. Trust me, it's her. It's the case because they've been talking about it like a lot lately. But yes, her daughter has sickle cell anemia, which is like damn near kind of like a cancer. It's not really a cancer, but it's like when you don't have enough white blood cells and stuff like that. So like rebuild and fight infection.
Sickle cell it explains itself. It's the shape of the cells. They're not natural, and sometimes I guess you have good days, but a lot of times you have bad days, and they wind up using tobacco, all that stuff to alleviate it, I guess. I knew a lady, she got killed because she pulled on a foggy day. She pulled out in front of a truck. She used to dip snuff, and she was a cute one for me. I had a crush on her. She was young, fairly young age, not many years older than me. She got killed, and they fought the truck driver. But she pulled out. There should have been, nobody's fault. But I guess her family wanted some money, even though the truck driver probably didn't see her. She pulled out, and she didn't see him, and she gone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that go. Well, see, what I brought that up. That's the mentality of the black women. Even if you ain't at fault, they want to try to tear you down.
Damn. Well, I say this much. To be fair, I'll say that people are greedy, and like I kind of feel like if it was a white woman and she, like for example, I don't know if you know this, but remember the singer Brandy?
Yeah.
She killed somebody in a car accident.
Mm.
Yeah, in the San Fernando Valley. I guess I don't know. And here's another too. It's kind of weird too because there's a lot of weird circumstances because I think she was drinking possibly, or she was negligent in some way. Like she wasn't drunk, like she wasn't legally drunk, like she didn't get a DUI or anything like that. But I think like she might have had like maybe a glass or something like that, right? But she wasn't legally drunk. But in essence, she got in an accident, and dude, she killed this lady, right? In an accident, a car accident.
Wait a minute. Sound like they drug tested her or something.
Okay, yeah.
She did. If she didn't fail the breathalyzer, she probably failed the drug test.
Well, I say this much. All we know is that I don't know much about the story, but I know a little bit. One thing, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I don't know. I don't think she was drunk or DUI, because if she would have been drunk, they would have arrested her ass, and that would have made the 8 o'clock news. But,
exactly.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was some like unusual circumstances. Like here's the thing: just because you have a little bit of alcohol in the system doesn't mean that you're drunk driving, right? You feel me? So they couldn't really get her on drunk driving or something like that, or whatever, right? And the thing is like, at this point, when people get in an accident, like, I don't know if you know this, but you know,
she might have snorted. Wait a minute, she might have snorted cocaine or something like that, and she wasn't in the right mind. Either way, she was under the influence of something.
Right. Either way,
if they deemed her to be on ride, it wasn't for alcohol, then it's got to be from some other thing. Mind.
But this is my point.
Whatever the source. Okay.
This is my point. She didn't get in trouble. So the fact that she didn't get in trouble, that means that they didn't really have anything on her. Don't take my word on that type of situation. All I know is that she didn't get in that much trouble. But she did, because she wasn't criminally negligent. Even though she wasn't criminally negligent, the family still sued her. The family sued her because basically they're saying that she was basically sending money back home, and she was the main breadwinner for the family, blah, 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 blah. But come on now, we know exactly what time it is. You know what I'm saying? They knew that Brandy missed, because I think Brandy at least got one award or two. They was Brandy, they seen dollar signs, and they didn't give a fuck of that lady. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure they did miss the lady and stuff like that. I don't think that they don't miss the lady, but man, you'd be surprised. Family, when it comes, not to go too far from what we're talking about. Family, hey, look, when it comes to money.
Now, wait a minute. They might have set her up as evil on both sides now. I don't care how famous you get, no matter what your race or gender in this country here. People get set up and be brought down because somebody want to make $1 off.
Right, no doubt. But see, here's the thing. Let's not go too far from the conversation. The whole point is that I just wanted to kind of put out there that, yes, I ain't gonna lie, women from the community, they could be a little cutthroat, and they could be a little, what's the word? So here's the thing. Let's just, right. You know what? All right. I'll say this much. You know what? Well, we all know that, that they come from some form of evil, as far as, anyone who is not, who's not really, within the word and living their life righteously, right? But with that being said, one thing I do want to say is, I think all right. It's all women, I feel like all women, all women are like that, right? For example,
reckless.
Right. But let me let my point. Yeah, all right. The thing is, because I guess maybe a lot of black people come from poverty, is we're ready to crumb snatch. And I think that's kind of one of the problems with sisters is okay, you start dating, it's you get their number, and then the first thing they want to ask you is not all of them, but someone asks you, I need a favor, or all of a sudden, I got a bill due. It's you don't even know my name, and you're already and the thing is, it's not that white women don't gold dig. Trust me, best believe, no white woman's just gonna deal with you unless you got a little bit of money, or at least willing to do a little bit for her. Let's just keep it a buck. With that being said, white woman.
That could be a white woman. Oh, now wait a minute. A white woman can be a little bit attracted to you and be a little bit more kind.
All right. Let me let my point go. Let me let my point go. Right.
I know what the Bible says about. Let me hush. I'm listening.
Right.
I'm mute.
No, I feel you. But let me land my point real quick. Here's the thing. You're right. You know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that, because basically what you're saying is they know how to play the long game a little bit more. If they like you a little bit, they're not gonna go and just ask for them gold digger shit. It's at the end of the day, they do kind of want you to be with them long term and maybe even marry them. That way they could get the bag ultimately. Let's not get it twisted. But a white woman, she's at least willing to at least give you. She's at least willing to at least hear what you got to say first before she go ask you for some damn money. Is that what you're basically saying?
Kinda. But we
Okay,
ain't supposed to.
elaborate. Say your point real quick because we got to go back to this. We got to go back to this voting situation. But no, I want to hear what you had to say. Tell me how your experience and how I dealing with white women.
I ain't racist, but according to the Bible, we ain't supposed to mix with anybody outside the 12 tribes of Israel. If you know who they are, then you know who they are. And I got to come out and say it like this. If you know who ain't in the 12 tribes, it's an abomination to mix with them.
Okay. Well, it's kind of all right. Okay. All right. I'll say this much. So that mean that you don't date no white girls?
No, not at all.
Damn. Okay, that's cool. Interesting.
We got options within the 12 tribes. Well, I go outside of that.
Right. Well, all right. You know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that. Name off some chicks from the tribe that we could deal with. Like you said, we got varieties. Name some chicks that
Well, our people, Judah, same as Jesus. We got the Mexicans, Issachar. We got Levi. We got I got to pull up my Bible.
Oh, okay. But I see where you're coming from. So, all right. So, one is the Mexican, which is a South American or anyone from the Americas. Okay. And then who? Oh, okay. Oh, you know what?
Native American.
Okay. I consider almost. Well, let's just be real. A Mexican is basically a diluted Indian. I mean,
no, that's
okay.
They mixed. They did mix, but they,
Well, I'm talking
Gad
about.
And Issachar did mix. That's what you're saying. But that's why they diluted.
Right. Okay. Right.
There was a lot of whitewashing with the Mexicans too.
Right. Well, I mean, let's just keep it a bug. If you were to break it down in layman's terms, basically the conquistadors went over there when these people were the Native Americans or the people who were native to that land. They were darker people, and then they ended up becoming light because the oppressor was a conquistador.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, you know what? We getting too deep.
Same as Kamala Harris. She not. I don't think she one of the 12 tribes either. She just mixed and want to say one thing and back and forth, back paddling, and then the people she want to claim she of that she came from overseas don't.
Right.
They don't want to claim her.
Right, and you know it's ironic too. It's ironic it segued to that because, right, like let's just be real. And Candace Owens was doing some research, and basically she was saying that her dad's father is not even like I always was an impression that he was like a half black guy, but her father or her grandfather is like a white Irish guy. Do you know that? The father is a white Irish guy, and the dude that the chick who he got with was an Indian. And let's just be real. Indians they do look like they kind of look like they could be African or African American. Some of them do, like their skin complexion. This is what it is, especially their children. Their children could look like they could be a little bit mulatto. Like, I'm not gonna lie, does Kamala Harris kind of look a little black? Like the way she does her hair and stuff like that, like she looks like she could be a mixed black person. I ain't gonna say that she doesn't look like she can't be a mixed black person, but when I know her history and what I know is why I'm not a black woman.
You know what? Mark my words. I think that lady you mentioned, what's her name again? You just
Rachel Dolezal.
No. Owens.
Oh, Candace Owens.
Yeah, I think she's white and Native American mix.
Who, Candace Owens?
Yep.
Well, I tell you this much, but she does identify as black.
Because the original tribe of Gad was dark skinned, Native American, but they had different features. They had long stringy hair or whatever, maybe. I got a grandmother. She passed away and then gone now, but I think she had a lot of Indian in her, but I still got a lot of Judah in me.
Well,
I
all right.
got
Well,
Indian on both sides of my family. Gad. I do
oh,
believe
okay,
so.
okay.
But
Well, all right.
I
Well,
still do believe I'm more Judah than anything.
well, I say this much. See, we could have a whole discussion with that, and we almost kind of going too deep because we almost segue away in from a whole different discussion. We could rap
I
about that
wasn't
all
trying to go
day.
too deep, brother. I wasn't trying to go too deep. I was
No,
just
no, no,
trying
no,
to
no,
tell
no, no, no,
you
no. It's not just you. It's me too. But I ain't gonna lie. This is why I don't do panels on plan. You feel me? Because I know that it could open up into a deeper conversation, which is cool. But the viewers, what I'm saying, they didn't really come to hear about. They really came to hear about this topic. So let's segue to this topic. I'm gonna play what he got to say real quick. Okay.
all right, let me mute. Let me respond when I.
Oh no. We're gonna stop and we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna get through it. It's not very long.
The fact that if you are, this is how I feel. This is how a lot of black people feel. A lot of other black people feel differently, and I don't know where these black people come from. You feel me? But this is where I come from. I come from the fact that if there's a man, if you got kids in this world, if you got family in this world, like teenagers, kids that are growing up, that's your niece, nephews, cousins, relatives, friends of yours, kids, your kids, even grown men, whatever. If you vote for Trump, you vote for your race to get annihilated. Like, he already ready to give police total immunity, you know what I'm saying, to take us out. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think about that statement?
He's an idiot because Kamala Harris don't care no more about our people than Trump do.
Facts. And here's another thing too. And I might have said this before, but I'm gonna state it again.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to what I said. Wait a minute. Let's go back to what I said. I've heard talk that if Kamala Harris get in office, and then I had something to add to that. Well, people were saying if Kamala Harris get in office, it's going to be a civil war. And I know. Wait a minute. In this country, this country owe money to, right? Well, when this country go into civil war, they see that's a weakness, and it's going to be even more likely for it to be a world war, which is going to bring on Armageddon.
No doubt, no doubt. You had mentioned that before. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, no doubt. But let's go back to his statement.
I'm scared of the consequences of Kamala Harris getting in office.
Okay. Well, I want to. Okay. With that being said, I want to go back to his statement. He says that Donald Trump would give cops immunity. Donald Trump. Now, what he is talking about, and my interpretation, and anyone could correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section or in the comment section, but Donald Trump basically is like this. Because here's the thing: police brutality, BLM, or the Democrats that want to make it seem like police brutality is a big deal. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't necessarily like what the law represents. Not saying I necessarily don't like cops, but I do know that they could be very shady and they could do very shady things, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if it's because they're necessarily cops, but I believe that the badge does give them a little momentum. I believe the badge, unfortunately, could be used for good or bad. If someone's a bad person and they get a badge, that could be trouble. And with that being said, if you were to break down to how many times, black men lose their lives to the cops, it's not as often as you might think. It's not like how it was in the 80s and the 90s and the 60s and the 70s. I understand that black people might be mad about what happened in the past. And I have to be honest with you, I don't like dealing with police now. But I can't just sit down here and just act like they all just come in to go and like they just want to automatically just go kill you. They might not like you, but I don't believe that they're all just going off and it's not as rampant as they make it seem. But with that being said, Trump whether he says that, if he says on a federal level they're not going to prosecute, that's one thing. Because the truth is, people need to stop being mad at Donald Trump, and he needs to go ahead and take shots at these. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. They need to talk and discuss and debate it and they need to bring this to their mayors and to their governors, because it's the city and state municipality that handles the situation when it comes to police brutality.
Let me help you on what you're trying to say.
Go ahead.
We need to have an outrage about the open borders, letting these foreigners over here to bring all this violence over here, so-called sanctuary cities, and then they trying to get rid of these Venezuelans or whatever the hell they are, this violent groups, and from whatever country they come from. It ain't just Venezuela. Then, if they cared about the people anyway, they would be more strict on who they let over here, and they would help their own citizens, and they would quit wasting monies on stupid wars that they could avoid. But you can't stop prophecy. Reason why I mentioned prophecy is Isaiah 13:12 through 17 come to mind. God's sick of this evil in this world. He's gonna provoke the Medes, which the Iranians, the Arabs, to fight back. That's what's going on right now before our eyes, over in what they call the Middle East, which is really part of Africa.
All right. So let me ask you a question, my brother. Does this relate to the fact that there's police and Lil Scrappy referring to the fact that Trump is going to have the police on us, when in reality, he's just talking about from a federal level? Because remember, we touched on what Lil Scrappy's saying.
Honestly, it don't matter what part of a president they put in the office. It ain't gonna be no better until the Lord just get tired, and He's working. He's working on that.
Okay, well, you know what? But in the good book, it says God helps those who help themselves as well. Now, King Creole says police brutality down, doing Trump. Oh, you're asking me? Well, I'll tell you this much. It hasn't. Let me ask a question. Well, I hate to answer a question with a question, but has police brutality gone down with the Biden administration? Because do you notice that every time when it's time to vote, that there's a lot of police brutality?
That wasn't a question.
Well, he put a question mark after Trump.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he says, see, look, he says police brutality down doing Trump. And I would say, I don't know if it's gone down or up, but I'll tell you this much. I don't believe it has gone down with the Democrats being in office. But I'll tell you one thing, whenever it's time to, I noticed that when it comes time to election, a lot of black people are getting killed. And let me ask you, and I'll ask you this too, King Creole. Don't you notice that all the police brutality that black people are complaining about is happening in Democratic-run cities? So it's not Kamala Harris or even Donald Trump's responsibility to fix that. It's up to the mayors and the governors who are hiring these police to police and run their cities. Yep. So if there's anyone to be mad at, you need to be mad at them and mad at them on a local level, not on a government level. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, whether you like Kamala or not, whether Kamala wins, whether Trump wins, these two presidents are not going to take care of your own situation. You might have to take care of it yourself. Kamala cannot make sure that your mayor or governor make sure they prosecute the cops or stop the cops from doing certain things. So you got to put it back in your hands now.
Let's talk about the fact that Texas tried to stop these foreigners from crossing the border, and Biden went against it, and then he had to drop out of the race mysteriously. God don't like ugly.
Right. You know what? Let me hold up real quick. Let me ask King Creole a question. Oh, you know what? My bad, King Creole. I apologize. I had to apologize to King Creole. King Creole wasn't saying that police are. He wasn't saying that the he wasn't. He was questioning what Scrappy said. Salute to King Creole. Now I understand his point. Sometimes y'all don't know how to read, so I do apologize. But Joe, let's roll this tape real quick. And salute to King Creole for checking in. He said, "Sorry, I voice noted that, but it was a question." Oh, yeah. But I understand it now. Like you're referring to what Lil Scrappy said, right? Well, go ahead. Go ahead, Jay Diesel. Land your plane real quick, so we could play the rest of the Scrappy.
I just got a bad feeling that I mentioned all these other points. Let me add this. Feminism is going to be on rocket fuel. Forget steroids. It's going to be on rocket fuel if Kamala Harris gets in office. And it's in the Bible. No woman should be in no position of power.
No woman should use her power over a man.
Right.
The exact words. Yeah.
And no man should give his strength to a woman. There's two different scriptures. But
Right. Now, I agree. And here's another thing too. They say the reason why, people, reason why militaries get, better artillery and better guns and better stuff is because when you have better technology, you almost could even, it's like you have this technology almost it's almost a deterrent in itself, the fact that you have this technology.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like having, I'm going to be honest with you, having a weak president like Kamala, I just believe that just screams weakness. We had a weak president named Joe Biden, and look what happened with Russia, and look what's happening around the world now. Now, with that being said,
no, let me say this: I ain't gonna say Joe was weak. He was just a damn idiot. No, Kamala Harris is a mockery.
You know what?
It would show even more weakness if they put her in office.
Right. So
let me go back. That proves what I'm saying. If they put her in office, these folks was talking about if they put her in office, it's going to be a civil war, which is likely to speed along the destruction of Babylon, which is what this place is to the Bible. But it's prophecy.
Right. Well, we'll see.
God, that's all I can say.
All right, we'll see. But let's run back to this tape real quick though, because it's getting a little late and it's getting a little. I didn't even plan to even run this show this long.
Saying like they're not going around killing white people.
Right.
When they see white people, they are comfortable. They're great. They're calm. They're not afraid of anything. When they see other races, they're cool. They're calm. Soon they see somebody that's black, for some odd reason, they're startled. We got a gun somewhere. We got to. Some got to be wrong.
What do you feel about that statement?
I got mixed feelings about it. What he coming off as seemed like he trying to support Kamala Harris, but he's wrong. At the same time, the law-abiding citizens like me, I'm not a felon, never had a felony. Don't want none. Don't have to pay child support, never had no STDs, don't want none of that trouble. And these evil-ass women want to go around here getting mad because they're getting rejected or they're not getting attention. That ain't my problem. It's their problem. They should have been living right in the first place. Let me quote this powerful quote. I'm sitting on my bed of all places when I got this quote. Ironic. A non-virtuous woman has about as much value as a wooden penny at best and detrimental at worst. Now let me ask you after that quote, what can you buy with a wooden penny? You can't even buy dust with it when they want to call us dusty.
Right.
I hope
okay.
wood gonna rot.
All right, so yeah, so with, all right, okay, cool. So with that being said, with his what he's saying, he says that when it comes to black people, that police want to find a reason to like bust you up and find a gun or something on you or something like that. What do you feel about that? Do you believe that? So all right, I'm gonna say what I believe, and you can say you agree or disagree with me with this. I believe Lil Scrappy hasn't been out of East Atlanta much out of his life, other than him making a TV show in Los Angeles. Because not here's the thing: there's many places in the United States, especially in the Midwest. There are no black people in some of these places. There are some of these places that's so rural that there are no black people in there. Do you not think that there's not police brutality in white communities? So basically, he's just trying to say that it's just basically this, it's just a good old neighborhood. Like nothing ever happens in white neighborhoods because I look on TV and stuff like that, and guess what? I'm not saying that there's not a little bit of a prejudice towards black people, but let's just be real. If you don't want to be prejudiced against white, if you're a criminal, just don't do any crimes, right? I mean, it seems kind of simple. It's almost like Lil Scrappy is kind of, I'm not saying that he's saying this, but I just kind of tend to hear that when black people do crimes, they kind of want to say, oh, well, why didn't they do me like this? Or why didn't they do me like that? Well, there's a good way to deter that from that. Just don't do the crime. But then people get mad at you. So I think that, people, it's all about perspective. And like I said, there's white neighborhoods where there's not black people around. So what, at that point, the cops ain't shaking down those white people? Trust me, the cops are shaking down the white people too. Or, saying the white people is drunk, or the white people tags expired, or white people driving around without no license, they're gonna go get in trouble too. Maybe, yes, I could argue that maybe in urban cities that it happens to black people more because they know black people are more disenfranchised. Black people, unfortunately, we're more disenfranchised not to have our shit correct. But I'm quite sure in white neighborhoods, because guess what? There are rural white neighborhoods where white people don't have a lot of money. Trust me, they're getting pulled over for their tags and not having insurance and having no license too.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Well, all that's true to a degree.
Okay. To what degree? So explain where the difference will come in.
God, wait a minute. I have to get biblical, if you don't mind me getting biblical.
Yeah, man, but you gotta keep it. You gotta cut it because we gotta run this video. We've been on this last 2 minutes for like almost an hour, so we gotta run it. G. So you can say what you gotta say. Say your piece. I don't want to rush you, but you got like a couple minutes to say your piece. Go ahead.
Our people had the greatest inventions, and many of them. Our people been persecuted and stolen credit from what we created, and then our people had cities, major cities, all black cities been destroyed. Now they're too scared to build now and all this stuff. Well, this is the best time to build. This is the best time to build and not be afraid. We call these people the evil infiltrators out. And I don't want to be racist, but the Lord is angry with our people because they disobeyed him. They rebel against him. But our people are the chosen people. That's why we're seeing what's going on. Deuteronomy chapter 28. And I'll mute. You still there? Cali. Cali West.
Oh, you know what? Because I took myself off the stage. I said I agree. I agree. I definitely agree with that. No doubt.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, you know, the Lord said, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. But I'm gonna say this.
All right, yeah, you got
Let,
like
let
30
me let me
seconds, G.
let me
Come
say
on.
what
You
I'm
got
thinking.
30 seconds, G.
All right, and I'm mute. It won't even take that. J. Edgar Hoover said, "The greatest danger to this country is black unity." I mute.
All right, no doubt, no doubt.
You know, they don't care about, oh, he going through mental health issues. That's what they say about the little white boys that shoot up the school and shit. Notice there ain't no black kids shooting up no schools around this bitch.
Right.
We shooting up, you know, little black kids shoot up where they go to. Like, man, fuck man, we in the hood, man. I shoot this bitch up, club up. Like, we gonna shoot some shit. We gonna shoot shit that we ain't come to shoot.
Now that doesn't make any goddamn sense. So basically, he's trying to compare a school shooting that happens like every 5 to 7, 10 years versus like gang violence that happens all the time in any niggaville USA. Oh my God, now, bro. Get the fuck out of here. These dudes are tripping, bro. Tripping.
Well, you know something that did happen with these folks. It depends on what your skin color is, how they treat you on it. But now, if you black and you live in the hood, you most likely to have a shootout. I've been through one myself.
Yeah, but you're probably more likely to have a shootout with another dude who look like you versus the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's what I'm.
Right, but they don't want to talk about that problem.
You feel what I'm saying? We ain't even got a target, but we don't know what the target is.
Right.
We shooting everything but the target. That's what black people do.
Amen.
These motherfuckers, listen, I'm not against white people. Want to let that be known. I'm not against white people, but let it be known that black kids ain't going in schools shooting them up. Because our kids is known. I don't know why it is, but I think it's that generational pass down through the bloodline that have us fear of all that shit. We in fear of all that shit. We'll rather fuck our own people up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Hey, yo, I think I had just, like I said, it was a small segment, and I'm glad that we got through it. Yo, what do you think about his last comment? All right, you got 2 minutes on the mic, G. I'm about to move on to the next subject.
Okay, he was kind of saying about black on black crime. Well, that's because we don't know who we really are. A lot of that mess. Most of it, you blame the single mothers for that in our community, and they chose to take the modern day forbidden fruit. Not letting my blame.
Okay. No doubt. Well, my opinion is that I kind of feel that like what he said did not make that a better case, or it didn't really support what he was saying. So he's basically saying that, okay, instead of the occasional, I mean, here's the thing. I do not believe that doing a school shooting is a good thing or a bad thing, or anything like that, at all. I am against any type of violence whatsoever. But I'm equally against the violence of some dude shooting up the damn club where I'm up here having a good time, right? And I'm over here trying to get at some girl, and I'm just trying to enjoy myself because I worked all week. And and someone like me or someone like anyone goes and catches a bullet just because somebody was mad at somebody over some ignorant stuff. Like, dude, that's almost worse. And a matter of fact, if you look at the number, more people probably die. More people die every day than they do in a school shooting in the black community. So, that's something that people need to kind of think about in perspective when they make statements like what Lil Scrappy said was very dangerous. So it's almost like, so it's better to go shoot yourselves than to go shoot somebody else. Not saying that shooting somebody else is necessarily the right way to go about it either. But come on now, like you're not making black people look even good at all. You're almost making us even look worse from my vantage point.
Let me say this: our people look like cowards to the other people, and they take advantage of our people because we won't stick together.
I agree, but I think it's even deeper than that. I kind of feel like, okay, if we're gonna stick together, we should stick together in the right time, not for like for example, when we say stick to and let's be honest with you, what exactly does sticking together mean exactly? Because here's the thing, I kind of feel like if someone's doing
let me answer that question. Let me answer that question. Treat your neighbor, love yourself, and treat your neighbor like you expect him to treat you.
I mean,
that's in the Bible.
Yeah, but all right. Here's the thing: I can still do that, but I don't still have to be. I don't still have to stick with him if he's doing some stupid shit either.
No, God is against all that. That's my whole
No,
point.
right, but right. But I just kind of want to just put that out there too, as well as just the fact that just because someone's black doesn't mean that you have to go help them do some stupid shit. Just because someone's black doesn't mean you have to kind of go along to get along just because they're black. Like just because they're black, you're gonna go along with whatever they got going on.
Well,
Nothing's wrong with having
let me
nothing's
ask you a
wrong with
question.
having morals.
Let me ask you a question. You know the 2/3. You know what the 2/3 and the 1/3 is?
No.
The sifting of the wheat from the tare. You got to get away from these violent ass people. If you
Oh,
don't want to
right,
get
right,
away
right,
from,
right. Of course.
if you don't want to get close to God, you don't want to read your Bible, then you have the 2/3. There
Right.
will be lost. Only a remnant the Lord will attain.
Right. And you know what? And I don't care what people want to say, whether you don't believe in the word or not. The bottom line is that the Bible does also stand for basic instructions before leaving Earth. Whether you're a believer or not, there's certain rules and certain things that they have in place that even make sense in reality, whether you're a believer or not. You know, like there's just
Yeah.
simple things like for example, in the Bible, there are no stepfathers. As a matter of fact, me and this chick got in an argument because she was trying to say Joseph was a stepfather. Joseph only married Joseph, yeah, he might have married her just so, Jesus wouldn't be, born out of wedlock. But at the same time, let's not act like Joseph didn't have no other wives, and let's not act like Joseph was only just endowed with only being with her. He had other children with other women, before her, but he was never necessarily a stepfather. He was just basically making sure that the child was born out of wedlock.
Let me say something real powerful. Yeah, yeah. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. It's basic things how we should treat each other. And then if a lot of my idiot people call themselves my neighbors or relatives or folks on the highway, they don't want to honor those commands. Don't be committing adultery. Don't commit idolatry. Don't put no other gods before God. These false gods.
Right.
Don't be out here, defiling yourself. If they can't even honor that, they can't even honor the stuff, the complicated, the stuff.
Oh,
It
like
ain't
thou, like oh,
nothing complicated.
yeah, like to bring it back to the conversation, like thou shalt not kill. Like, why would he even be proud to even say that black people are like shooting people up in the club as an alternative to school shootings? That's
Right.
like idiotic. And you know what? I'm not really glad that he made a statement, but I almost feel that his statement almost even just goes to show how much of an idiot he is by the fact that he's not someone who you could take any advice about politics, because he doesn't even know what Kamala Harris is for. Just like Slim Thug or
Kamala
any of
Harris.
these rappers who
Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was just sent to be here to create more division.
bingo. Facts. Hey yo, man. Hey yo. I really appreciate you for tuning in, JJ Diesel Cowboy Traveler, man, for coming on the panel. I appreciate you. So
These
yeah.
pol-
Huh?
Well, let me say this. Political parties, but we got these clowns in office, and I'm not so sure I like either party. It's two weeks wings on the same bird. But I certainly, if I vote, I will not vote for Kamala Harris. And I already said why,
Mm,
and I'm tired. I'm tired of worrying about it.
right. Nah, hey, well, I'll say this much. I'm not saying that Donald Trump is necessarily perfect, and I'm not saying voting for Donald Trump is going to solve all your problems. But I definitely tell you one thing: if you don't want those new problems or additional problems, voting for we all know this much. If you vote for Kamala, you're going to have extra problems because everybody's pockets were a lot fatter during the Donald Trump administration, whether you're a black, white, Chinese, whatever you want to call it, working a black job or whatever, you had money in your pocket. Not so much now when you go to the grocery store. Hey, you know what they say, Chicago boy, diesel traveler man? They say the most expensive car now to drive is not even your car; it's the grocery cart. Straight up.
Yeah.
Now, King Creole says, Laughing Out Loud, Scrappy is a classic example of a Pookie. Facts. And he says, at least Trump will put the economy back together. I agree. I totally agree with that. And you agree as well. JJ Cowboy Diesel, Traveler Man, did you have anything that you want to say real quick before I go to the next subject at hand? Because I got to go to the next subject.
Yeah. Thinking about it.
Okay,
Man.
don't think too hard, brother, because you only really got about 60 seconds to say your piece so I can move on to the next subject. Because I got work in the morning, bro. See, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't pay me. I ain't gonna lie, man. The donation's kind of light. You know what I'm saying? I can't be spending all night, you know what I'm saying, entertaining. I gotta be working in the morning. So
I gotta work tomorrow too.
Yeah, I know, but I ain't complaining, you know what I'm saying, but I'm probably gonna have to do a 12-hour shift tomorrow, so I can't be messing around too much. But no, please say your piece, my brother. That way I could go on to Miss Nia Long.
All right. Oh, you hadn't got to her yet, but let me hurry up. Man, the Republican Party, Abraham Lincoln is the one that signed the Emancipation Proclamation. And the thing,
can I ask you a question? Since you're bringing that up,
I'm bringing a pattern. Let me bring out this pattern. See.
Okay.
Our people were free from slavery, right? Then our people switched and went on the Democratic Party, and then I know these are the last days because people is switching over to the Republican Party again. You think that's another sign? I think it's another sign. These are the last days. The same party that brought us in, the same.
Well, you know what? I don't know. I know this much though. I know the past presents, the future. So I mean, the past presents the future. So I mean, at the same time, I mean, I guess some people might say that. I don't know about that, but I know this much. I know sitting around and just waiting and just waiting for something to change and just waiting for it doesn't make any change. So I know we can't really change the world. We can only change ourselves and how we go about how we navigate. At the end of the day, because you know what, even in the Bible, Revelations, people, not everyone will be saved. So I can't really worry about everything. I can only worry about what's in front of me. So
the same party brought in, the same party is going to deliver us out.
Right. Facts. All right, JJ Diesel, man. I really appreciate you tuning in, G. So, what I'm saying, I still appreciate you for coming on the panel. But I'm about to segue to the next thing real quick. I got a little bit of reading and a little bit to do. So I appreciate you tuning in and for hopping on the panel, G.
I think I just gave some prophecy on a low key note.
Huh?
I think I just gave some prophecy on a low key note. The same party that brought us in, the same party that we will go out with when the Lord come back.
All right. I guess we're gonna see. So I appreciate you tuning in, G. So I'm about to go to the next subject. I appreciate you for jumping on the panel, G.
I'm gonna jump back on the screen.
All right, for sure. Let's see here. Now, of course, we got let's see here. So yeah, so now I don't know if y'all heard about this, and y'all probably have heard about this before. This is not really necessarily new news, but it's something I want to kind of touch on because the name of the topic tonight, one of the subtitles of this is Mama Knows Best. And, this situation, we kind of talk about how, age gaps, we say about how age gap, a lot of women complain about the age gap situation, but the truth is that the truth is some of these same women who don't want us looking at younger women are the same women who actually dated older men, when they had the opportunity. So with that being said, I do want to share a little bit of what's written about Nia Long in Black Enterprise. And mind you, I don't know if, y'all probably too young to remember what Black Enterprise was, or I don't know if you ever know, but Black Enterprise was, this was like, because magazines was the internet before the internet. And this was basically talking about all Black business stuff. And it came out on Black Enterprise that social media reacts to Nia Long recalling 30-year-old man she dated in high school. Now, it says, an old Nia Long interview from 6 years ago has the streets talking about 30-year-old man that the actress revealed dated while in high school. The Shade Room shared the interview clip of Long sit down at the Screen Actors Guild. Oh, okay. So there's a video. Oh, check this out.
Like, I wasn't the girl that ever went to prom. Like, my boyfriend was 30 when I was in high school. I know my mother was crazy, but you know what? I would never, ever let I mean that in a good way. Like, she was an artist. She was like, well, if that's who you love, baby. And he was so good to me and kind and like, right? And he did it the right way.
Yo, did y'all just hear what she just said? She just said that a 30-year-old man dated a 15-year-old the right way.
Some of y'all say he go too hard. It ain't that bad. Oh, yes, it is. Now you see. You have cooned so bad that they damn near need to put your face in the dictionary next to the word coon.
I'm going to hospitalize you coons because I care about you. The Dr. Papa Mental Health Hospital for coons.
You know what I'm also kind of even disgusted about is the fact, well, I wouldn't say disgusted, but I just kind of find it just puzzling. The fact that she knew damn well she should have been dating a 30-year-old. Her mother let her date a 30-year-old. And then she said that she wouldn't, if she had a daughter, she wouldn't let her daughter date a 30-year-old. Now, I understand, as a kid, we did some stupid shit. But yo, what the hell, bro? Like, you think her dad let that go down?
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
I'm quite sure Nia Long is like most sisters in the community. Their dad wasn't really around to protect them. Really sad. But I almost believe too that she, even though, no 15-year-old could consent to being with an older man. But, you gotta start training your kids early at a young age. At a young age, you gotta kind of keep them from being in the streets because there's no exits off of Highway 304. And we all see that Nia Long and old boy didn't work too long. The coach for what's that team? I forgot what team he was on, but he was a coach for the Celtics. How can I forget his name? You know what? I can forget his name because it's so damn late. That's what it is. But yeah, man, like these same chicks are the ones who go and, date these older dudes, and when they get all washed up, they want to be mad at you because not because you want. I mean, I don't subscribe to dating any woman, under the age of 18 here in the right sphere. But women want to hate when we do it, and we have, when we have our cake when we have our cake and we want to eat it too. Now, with that being said, y'all, once again, it's Cali West. Man, I got a early morning tomorrow. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Cali West, I'm gone.